So let's get a detailed example here when we think about Log4j, which hopefully doesn't send too many people into PTSD. So this was a multi-stage attack, right? There was several different things that you could look for in this, and just kind of breaking down a quick visual of the scenario. You've got where you're looking for somebody hitting your external web presence, and then you have a suspicious process spawned by Java, and then you have some sort of command and control activity. So in the first piece of this, right, we'd be looking for that potential external attack. I have a couple of links referenced here that I'm just going to pull up in the my web browser. I've already got these pulled up, but basically anytime a new threat comes out, right, or an existing threat that you maybe don't have a detection for, there's going to be a lot of research on it. And so it's your job as a detection engineer to kind of dive through this, find the relevant piece that matters. And what I've got here highlighted is an example of somebody testing this attack. And so what they're doing is they're actually making this call to a web presence, and this is the piece that you're actually going to care about, right? So being able to kind of take that research and translate it into a detection, that's part of the art of detection engineering, right? Is using that research. There's other things that people have done that provide, other ways to think about it. As you get into more detection, you'll realize that it's usually not as simple as looking for, just the kind of expected command name. You have a lot of obfuscation that adversaries are doing. So being able to look for obfuscated variants is important. So distilling that down, right, the essence of this is that we're looking at web traffic to find the string JNDI, right? We're trying to find any version of JNDI or obfuscated version of JNDI. So what that would look like is an example that some of our researchers and detection engineers have built is looking, and this is a Splunk SPL example, where they're looking at specific combinations of the JNDI string to be able to find that. So if I pull that up in search, right, we've got an example here in Splunk where we're looking for those specific terms, and then you'll see in the actual, WAF log or web log, right, the GET request that's actually hitting a specific endpoint, and then you've got the IP address that it's coming from, and then the JNDI piece that's basically initiating the callback. So again, that's just a quick example, right? I obviously kind of hand waved really quick at that process, but that's that first researching and developing, right? Finding the relevant articles, putting it into a search. Then you want to think about the next step, right? Which is the suspicious process spawned by Java. So I've got another article for that piece of it, where they actually go through and they break down the whole Log4j scenario, which was a great research article, right? If you want to get into threat research, that's another thing, but oftentimes that's the input to the detection engineering. Then one of the steps here that they're talking about is detecting a Java process that spawns an unusual child process. Okay, so we've got a list of potentially unusual child processes. What that looks like is you're doing process monitoring for a parent process Java plus a suspicious child process, right? So you're looking at your Windows event logs, perhaps like event code 4688, or you're looking at some other way that you're getting those, if they're XML or coming in a formatted way, and then you're looking for one of those suspicious child processes. So in a Splunk search language, that would show up something like this, and then you would see in the Windows event, you would see the creator process name, in this case was Java, and the process command line that actually executed was command.exe with PowerShell, and then, ooh, this lovely encoded command, right? So again, those are the types of things you're looking for. Now, to kind of go back to this example, right, does every time somebody tried to hit my external interface and probe for this vulnerability mean that I was compromised? Spoiler, no, it doesn't. Does anytime some suspicious process spawned by Java mean that I've been compromised? No. But seeing both of those things together within 15 minutes and then seeing some sort of command and control within 60 minutes, now you have a very high degree of confidence that you have been compromised.